Hello everyone. As we know, successful pollination is followed by fertilization. Let's continue the process after pollination. In this context, we will discuss what is fertilization, structure of pollen grain, structure of ovule, events in fertilization, then what is double fertilization and triple fusion, then fate of floral parts after fertilization, and finally, we'll discuss the significance of fruits and seeds. What is fertilization? Fertilization is the process of fusion of the nucleus of the male gamete and the female gamete. This is the pollen grain, which is the male gamete of the flowering plants, and the ovule is the female gamete of the flowering plants. The pollen grain, which is developed in the anther of the stamen, that is transferred to the stigma of the pistil, and from the stigma it now reaches to the ovule, and inside the ovule fertilization occurs. What is the structure of the pollen grain? Externally, the pollen grain appears spiny and the surface appears rough. But the mature pollen grain is a cell with a double wall. The outer wall, which is known as exine, that is hard and thick, whereas the inner wall is known as intine, that is thin walled. Whereas the single nucleus is divided into two nuclei. One is called the tube nucleus and another one is known as generative nucleus. When a pollen grain reaches the stigma, it absorbs moisture and swells. It results in the rupture of the exine at certain thin or weak points known as germ pore. So in the picture you can see these are the germ pores. Structure of the ovule. This ovule, which is found inside the ovary of the pistil, this is the stalk of the ovule, which is known as funiculus, and this funiculus, it attaches the ovule to the placenta. These are the integuments. There are two integuments. This is the outer integument and this is the inner integument. So the function of the integument is protection. It protects the ovule. Whereas this opening is known as micropyle, and through the micropyle the pollen tube enters into the ovule and reaches the embryo sac. Nucellus is the structure that is present in the central part of the ovule which surrounds the embryo sac. This is chalaza. So the location where the nucellus attaches to the integuments, that is opposite to the micropyle. So this end is known as chalazal end and this end is known as micropylar end. So these are the two ends of the ovule. Structure of the embryo sac. This embryo sac, which contains two ends, one is the chalazal end and here is the micropylar end in the opposite side. Inside the embryo sac we can see 7 cells are present. What are these 7 cells? This is the central egg cell, that is known as the female gamete. It is guarded by the two synergids. So these synergids are the part of the egg apparatus and these help the pollen reach the egg cell for fertilization. The two polar nuclei, these are fused to form the secondary nucleus and present in the center, so that is part of the central cell. The 3 antipodal cells are present opposite to the micropylar end, that means in the chalazal end, and these antipodal cells are rich in lipid, so these are called as nutritional center. Let's discuss the events in fertilization. First is germination of the pollen grains. The pollen grain, which is known as the microspore, it is surrounded by the exine externally, and the intine is the inner wall. The nucleus at the center that is divided is the generative nucleus and the tube nucleus. So when this pollen grain absorbs water and the nutrients, it swells up and it develops the pollen tube. How the pollen tube is developed? That is developed from the intine of the pollen grain. Because the intine is thin walled, that's why the pollen tube is developed from the intine and from the point which is known as the germ pore, because the germ pore is the weak point from where the pollen tube arises. So this generative nucleus, it divides into two male gametes. Next step is entry of the pollen tube into the ovule. This pollen tube which is developed, it carries the two male gametes and the tube nucleus. This tube nucleus helps in the development of the pollen tube. So when it reaches to the ovule, the tube nucleus degenerates. The male gametes along with the pollen grain is known as male gametophyte. So the two male gametes, they reach the ovule through the micropyle. Next step is entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac. The pollen tube which is already entered into the ovule, that enters into the embryo sac and it carries the two male gametes. So these two male gametes, those are discharged into the embryo sac. After the discharge of both the male gametes, now we can discuss that in two steps. The first step is the fertilization, first fertilization. Second step is the second fertilization. So one of the male gametes that fuses with the egg cell which is present in the micropylar end and that form the zygote, whereas the second male gamete that fuses with the secondary nucleus and form the endosperm nucleus. What is double fertilization and what is triple fusion? Double fertilization means when fertilization occurs twice. This is the structure of the embryo sac which contains the egg cell surrounded by the synergids and the antipodal cells on the opposite side where the polar nuclei are present at the center. So out of the two male nuclei, means the sperm nucleus, one of the sperm nucleus fuses with the egg nucleus and that form the zygote. Then the zygote develops into the embryo. That means the egg cell which contains one set of chromosome that is represented as N, that is fused with the male gamete which contains one set of chromosome. So the zygote contains the diploid cell. That means it is 2n number of chromosomes. It is diploid in nature. Whereas another sperm nucleus that fuses with the polar nuclei and that form the endosperm. So in this case, the secondary nucleus which contains 2n number of chromosomes that fuses with the male gamete which contains n number of chromosomes. So the endosperm which contains 3n number of chromosomes. So in this case, as 3 haploid nuclei are fused, this process is called as triple fusion. Fate of floral parts after fertilization. What happens to the floral parts after fertilization? The sepal, petal, stamen, all these wither and drop off. The remains of stigma and style, they remain as the scar of the fruit. The integument becomes the seed coat. The ovary wall becomes the fruit wall. The ovule becomes the seed. The funicle becomes the stalk of the seed. The micropyle of the ovule becomes the micropyle of the seed. The nucellus that becomes the perisperm. The antipodal cells degenerate. The synergids also degenerate, whereas the secondary nucleus that becomes the endosperm. What is fruit? This is the structure of the fruit. So it can be defined as the ripened or the matured ovary. The ovary after its maturation becomes the fruit. So the fruit contains the seed inside. Significance of the fruit we can describe like this. The fruit protect the immature seeds from unfavorable climatic conditions. The mature fruit is brightly colored to attract animals that help in the dispersal of the seeds. And immature fruits contain unpalatable and repelling substances that provide chemical defense against the animals. Then what is seed? The mature ovule after fertilization is known as seed, and this seed is protected by the fruit externally. The seeds help in the development of new flowering plants. Also they help in the dispersal of fixed plants. Fixed plants means because the plants are always fixed, they cannot move from one place to another place. But when the seed falls on the ground, so in the same place near the mother plant, a number of small plants develop. These small plants are nothing but the seedlings. So all the seedlings cannot develop. That's why the seed help in the dispersal of it, and that's why the different seedlings they grow at different places. They help in overcoming unfavorable conditions also. Both pollination and fertilization are the natural process, but only flowering plants undergo the process of pollination, while fertilization is the common process of almost all living beings. Meet you in the next video. Till then, have a good day.